back to Skippers, presented by Owner's Box Fantasy Sports. Today's segment, buy low, sell high targets for your teams in fantasy baseball. It's almost the end of buy low, sell high. So let us know when your trade deadline is in your season, and that's kind of when we'll figure out when we need to stop this. I think ours is August 12th for one of our leagues. So let us know if you have no trade deadline. That's crazy. But if you do, let us know. All right. Opening notes, Jeremy Roach.
For all our Canadian viewers and maybe U.S. viewers are interested in this, Blue Jays tickets have been purchased. A little bit of a setback by Avery Chenier, but we have...
Buying tickets to the game we cannot attend. That did happen. That is classic Avery.
We're going to see Cleveland face off against the Blue Jays, so it should be a pretty... Yeah, it's not a great matchup, but...
There'll be some content from there.
Yeah, potentially. Stories.
Like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord. If you cannot get into the Discord from the link, we will send it to you because the links never work.
And Drew's got a story for us. Someone recognized him at the movie theater. So
yeah, I'd like to shout out the guy at the
You didn't ask his name?
I did not ask his name in Waterloo that let me in without checking my ticket because he knew me from Skippers.
So shout out to movie theater guy.
Shout out to the movie theater, man.
Let's go.
Appreciate it. So someone's buy low.
Okay, I'll go first. So it's getting tougher for sure, especially after the All-Star break.
Yeah, we are winding down.
But we're still here, and we're still trading. Obviously, trades are going to ramp up, so it is important to go buy low, sell high. My first buy low is Trent Grisham. I actually traded Drew in our league for Trent Grisham. I really do like him. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the grit factor with no batting gloves. Reminds me of Kyle Tucker a lot.
And Will Myers, too.
Yeah,
on that team.
Will Myers, yeah. That team's addicted to no batting
gloves. He's an OG
gloves.
grit guy, Will Myers.
For sure. Especially when he was with Tampa.
Yes.
He's been hitting 190 since the All-Star break. He's been injured for most of the year, but I really like him. Anyone in that Padres lineup I'd want a share of. And Trent Grisham obviously bats 1, sometimes 2. You got Tatis in there. You got Cronenworth. You got Machado. I think there's good value in trading for Trent Grisham. He's top 8% in the league in speed. I got 2 guys here that would trade for Grisham, and that's Austin Meadows and Jared Walsh are 2 guys that I would send out to get Trent Grisham. There's also a couple other guys maybe high up. I would take a chance on Trent Grisham if you can afford to. If you need some speed especially, I'd get Trent Grisham.
Don't hate it.
Love it. Good pick.
Thank you.
Drew, get into your guy.
All right. My guy is Ozzie Albies of the Atlanta Braves. Last 2 weeks, 0 home runs, 0 stolen bases, batting .216. He's the type of player that likes to run hot and cold, right? Kind of currently cold, so now's a good time to trade for him. They moved him in the cleanup spot with the Acuna injury, so you kind of like that, right? Batting 4th in that lineup.
I don't like his profile as a 4th hitter in that lineup, though.
That's crazy.
I'd still have him like 2.
That's crazy that they have him in the 4th hitter.
Swanson, Riley, and Freeman ahead of him, right?
Yeah.
Riley? Why would they put a Riley ahead of Ozzie?
I mean, still a great lineup without Acuna.
Seems like Austin Riley is easily the 4 hitter in that
Yeah,
lineup with
yeah,
Freeman
for
hitting
sure.
3 and Swanson hitting 1, but...
We'll see how it turns out, but right now he's hitting 4, which is always a great spot. The only 2 second basemen I'd rather have than him in points leagues are Altuve and Max Muncy. So that means if you have Simeon, Whit Merrifield, Chris
Max
Taylor...
Max Muncy has second base eligibility.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of eligibility, yep.
Simeon, Merrifield, Taylor, or Lau, I guess, are guys I'd all trade for Albies if I could, heading into the trade deadline.
Yeah, he lost his brother. It's just tough on him, Ronald Acuna.
Oh, I thought he actually had like a real death in the family.
No,
I was gonna be really sad. I don't know why you brought that up.
No, didn't actually lose his brother, but half brother from another mother. Ronald Acuna Jr. Lost him. That's gonna be tough. Like that's someone who, like, Ozzie always hit behind him, right? So he's got to get used to playing without him, and they're going to play with him around. But I do think he's a good buy low. Yeah, he'll come back to normal here.
All right, I have a buy high-ish, kind of. That's Michael Conforto of the Mets. If you look at his counting stats so far from the season, 206, 338, 349, 6 homers, 24 RBIs, which obviously would be a buy low, but he's doubled his home run count in the last week. Hamstring injury started the season, kind of hampered him, hasn't gotten into a groove yet. But like I said, doubled his home run total in the last week. You need to be in the lineup to get better, right? You are not getting better having sporadic at-bats. You need to hit every day. Michael Conforto is going to hit every day in this lineup. Another guy I like is Dom Smith in that lineup too.
Yep.
There's kind of an ugly lineup when you're looking at it and see some of their box scores and stuff.
Worst amount of runs.
Yeah, but I think those are 2 guys. I like Conforto more than Smith. Smith's kind of breaking out a little bit this year, as we saw from the past couple of years. But his expected batting average is 43 points higher than his actual average, and his expected slug is almost 100 points higher. His hard hit percentage is on par with all his past seasons. He's a must-have in OBP leagues. He's top 8% in walk rate. He's going to have a good second half, I think. The Mets are kind of going to figure it out. I want Michael Conforto on my team so I can get him.
Yep, I like that pick, Avery. He's been really good, and I still think that you can get him at a good price. I feel like I would like to search this up. I didn't search this up, but I feel like the Mets are best in the league in on-base percentage. They got a lot. Brandon Nimmo's a big on-base guy,
Jeff
too.
McNeil.
Best in the league in on-base percentage, but worst in runs scored.
Yeah,
I would love to see
it. feels like there's no one really producing. Like, Pete Alonso hasn't been, like, he's supposed to be the guy really producing RBIs, and he hasn't done.
And Lindor's been a kind
Lindor, yeah. But they can get on base. Like, you look
I
at
would
that
love
lineup.
to see their batting average with runners on base because
Yeah.
it probably isn't very good.
Yeah, it can't be very good.
I mean, if they can sneak into the playoffs, maybe the bats come alive in the playoffs and they make a run, but
Yeah, it'd be tough.
Just got to stay healthy, fellas.
Yeah, stay healthy.
All right, sell high.
My sell high.
You're going to get hate for this one.
I'm going to get hate, and people are commenting, but this is why he's a sell high, because every time you don't think someone's a sell high, it becomes a sell high. If picks were easy, then everyone would win their leagues, but they're not. But that's Willy Adames. Of the Brewers, I'm not really buying into the hype as much. They're talking about something with Tropicana and the lights and stuff.
Well, they're not talking about it. He talked about it.
Yeah, which I could say that too if I was hitting like shit for anything. But no one else on the team had issues with that.
They said publicly.
Yes. I think that the hype is real, and he's not like obviously a crazy like high profile guy but because people are buying into the hype of this guy and actually think that it affected his hitting, that they actually think this is sustainable, this is why I would trade for him.
Yeah, you can probably. I'd agree. You can probably get more.
Yeah.
Right. It
like
makes
it's good
sense.
that people are like buying into, like it's good. It doesn't mean if it's true or not, I don't care.
Yeah,
but
you
people
can
are buying into
you can
it.
think he's real or you can think he's not real,
Yes,
but right
yes.
now at his value is probably
It's
the
like
highest.
peak, yeah. And
Yes.
I like in
So if we put him on the thumbnail, there's going to be people who don't watch the video and comment like, "What the fuck are you thinking?" with Willy Adames. I think that's what we should do to try and get some clicks. on
Okay,
this one.
we'll do that. But I have a couple players here, like Teoscar Hernandez. I'd rather have over him. I'd rather have Tim Anderson. Was a little bit of a
Hike
stretch.
up,
I
yeah.
don't think anyone would actually trade Tim Anderson for him, but that was my stretch. But Teoscar Hernandez, I think it's feasible potentially right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they're kind of closing a trade values chart at this point.
Yes. So that's my sell high. You can share me in the comments. Go ahead.
okay, I like it.
You'll be able to sleep at night.
I'll be maybe.
Most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
Don't say anything too mean. But
Take some melatonin.
all right, Drew, sell high.
My sell high is Julio Urias of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Unreal pitching for the Dodgers in 2021. 12-3, 127 strikeouts in 119 innings, 3.63 ERA, and 1.06 WHIP. But the caveat here is innings pitched and how long is it going to keep this up? And are the Dodgers going to rest him? They're going to start taking him out after 4 innings, skipping starts. 119 innings in 2021. In the other 5 previous seasons, 239 innings total, and he's never pitched more than 80 innings in a single season. So, in a head-to-head points league with fantasy playoffs where it only really matters in September, for the fantasy points, I'd be looking to sell him for a guy like Nola or Wheeler from the Phillies, maybe Yu Darvish, or any of the White Sox big 3.
I don't
makes
think.
sense.
Yeah, those pitchers you said are far-fetched.
I don't know.
think
He's in the
think-
top 10 in
it'd be tough
Starting
for
pitchers so
someone
far.
to take Zach Wheeler, Yu Darvish. Those are
Yeah,
top 10 pitchers.
I think
in the league.
Wheeler's closer than Darvish. Darvish, I don't think he'd ever.
Nola, out of all those, is the most
probably
realistic.
Len too. Giolito, probably maybe.
Giolito hasn't been that good either. Yeah, that's a
Giolito.
chance.
Giolito and who was the other one there that you
Nola.
mentioned? Nola.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I think name value is high. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But I agree with. I had him as my sell high. Was probably like 2 months ago. But
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to need him for playoffs. And you look at David Price, which watch tomorrow's episode, you might find out about him. But like they have all these options, so like there's no point of overpitching.
Yeah.
guys
And
that they
Dave
don't need
Roberts
to.
is a donkey.
Yeah.
So he is
So
going
maybe
to.
he'll overthrow the shit out of him.
Yeah. Something bad is going to happen with that bullpen. Or not bullpen, that rotation in Dave Roberts.
Great pick.
My sell high, Taijuan. I had a tough time for this. So if you guys
You
don't
just
think,
love the Mets, eh?
if you don't think this is good enough, let me know. But Taijuan Walker is my sell high. 7-3, 2.99 ERA, 1.12 WHIP. He has the most disgustingly bad Statcast profile I've seen of any pitcher
It was
maybe
like
ever.
Stroman. They're so
It-
similar, like overperforming.
It's crazy. his ERA to expected ERA is a full run worse. He's a career worse in hard hit percentage against. I don't have much on Taijuan Walker here. Taijuan Walker is maybe a guy you picked up off the wire at the start of the season.
Yep.
So he has run his course of just 300% of the value you thought you were going to get for Taijuan Walker at this point. Some pitchers I'd rather have the rest of the season: James Caprillion, Logan Gilbert, Zach Plesac. I don't think those are crazy names to think that you'd rather have.
Plesac's a great one. I think Plesac's a great one.
Plesac was a guy, I was looking at the leaderboards of expected stats to actual counting stats, and Plesac was there as like one of the worst. I was like, oh shit, like I need to look at that, and I just forgot he's been hurt because he took his shirt off and ruined his thumb.
Yeah, he's back now. He had a pretty good start last week, but
I've been riding the
very
Walker
efficient
wave all year in our Yahoo League.
Yeah, it's nice. Hey, it's nice to have. If you picked him up off your wire, you
I
are
did.
laughing,
Yeah,
right?
The
You're
Caper 9 is just nuts, though. Like, he had that one game where he had like 11 strikeouts in like 3 innings, or like,
Yeah.
well, you can't even do that. It was like 4 innings.
You can't even do that. You could drop the
Struck out,
ball.
like every single batter until he got ejected from the game. I don't know if you remember that.
Love that. Taijuan. Feisty lad, eh? Those Mets starters.
Yeah, Mets. Apparently, their expected stats suck, but
Yeah.
except for Jacob deGrom.
I think their expected stats suck for all their players somehow. It's crazy.
Yeah, except for Jacob deGrom.
All right, that's all I got. I mean, he's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Comment on the video. Do you like these buy low, sell high?
Yes, chirp me, please.
When's your
please.
trade deadline?
Whether your trade deadline, like, comment, join the Cord. We will send you that link if you need it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next time.